I'm back with another video. Man, it's the top of the morning, y'all, and I have been getting texts, inboxes, emails all night, literally. I got a lot of good sleep and I hadn't even paid this no attention. But Will, Jada, and August. This topic is exploding everywhere. I've been up for the last hour just watching all these different videos about August Alsina. I guess this is not, I can't really see it right. August. Jada and him had some type of relationship going on. But before I get into this topic, y'all, do not forget to like and subscribe to this channel. It is very, very important. And y'all go get y'all something to drink if y'all have to, because this is finna be good. This is finna be good. I didn't take any notes or nothing. This just, I'm coming straight off the top of my head with this one. This is a different thing than what y'all usually see me talking about on this channel. I usually talk about sad chicks, cheating men, and all this. But this is a topic that we really need to open up. We need to open this up wide, y'all. Women are cheating too. Yeah. Wives are cheating too. Wives are cheaters too. But we as women are a different breed of a cheater. We not going to expose ourselves. And if we do get exposed, it's going to be at our hands. It's not going to be at nobody else's. So I that's what I think. That's what I think. But this situation is a totally different situation, y'all. August did so many different interviews. I think he did one last year. I'm not for sure about this song that he got. I'm going to look more into that too and come back with another video. But he did some type of song, and the lyrics, the words, everything just goes hand in hand with a cheater. If you go back to this song and the text messages that they was going back and forth on, as he studied spilling his soul out to her, she studied, was like, what happened? What you talking about? What you talking about? That's a classic thing for a cheater. When you say something to them, or when you basically this, I see this so much with side chicks, y'all. Side chicks catch feelings and act like August. Period. That's all I saw. When he was on his one, he was being interviewed by somebody's platform, and they said, so what type of relationship do you and no, who is Jada to you? It took him all of 5 minutes to say who this lady was to him, or who she is as a person. It took 5 minutes. Not only that, go back to his post that he made a post about her for her birthday. Happy birthday. It was amazing. I need him to edit my books and put some of that stuff in. Them words was on 50. And as I kept on watching it, I just kept watching and kept watching and kept watching. You know, everybody talking about, oh, they got an open relationship. Oh, they swingers. Oh, they this. I don't care about that no more. That's like, I'm done with that. That part means nothing to me at all. And I'm finna tell y'all why it don't mean nothing to me. Because people get in these relationships and they do what they want to do. They make these relationships the way they want them to be, period. So because they married, they chose, this is a decision they made themselves. If y'all go back to a lot of these videos, I'm going to drop the video in my description that I watched, so y'all can get where I'm coming from, that made me stop watching and I had to do this video. Jada specifically said it's no divorce. You would be on one side of the house with whoever you with, and I would be on the other side of the house with whoever I'm with. But we're not getting a divorce. That's an agreement that they made. Her mother even said, and that sound crazy to me, her mother was not in agreement with that. But that's a decision they made that is a decision they made for themselves together. That's an agreement between them two. That marriage at that point is invalid. And it's invalid because they made a whole nother agreement. Another agreement. When you get married, it's you, your spouse, and God. It's a certain type of way y'all supposed to live. It's a certain type of thing y'all supposed to do. This is with any marriage. A marriage is a book on how to keep a marriage and what you're supposed to do and what you don't supposed to do. It's a blueprint for marriage, period. But we get married and we do what we want to do. So that makes the marriage, that agreement is over with. We just still living married. You see what Will said? He said, we don't even say we're married no more. We don't even say that. We have decided to be life partners. We're going to be together till we die. Because we have a whole nother arrangement. I ain't thinking about that no more. But see, y'all thinking about it because a lot of y'all jealous. A lot of y'all mad because y'all been with cheating men forever. Period. And you didn't make that decision and say, yo, you go ahead and cheat. And he's still cheating. But if he come down and sit down and say, baby, you know what? I think it'd probably be best for us to see other people, but we still do us in here. You wouldn't even be able to take that as a woman. You know what I mean? Or even if it was a man, you wouldn't be able to stomach your person sitting you down and saying that. Period. They don't even think you'll be able to stomach that. So they won't even come at you like that. So they go and cheat on you. You know what I mean? They go and do them. And then they come back and they hurt you and y'all go through this. That's the agreement y'all made. Y'all made the agreement that we're going to fake. We're going to fake like we're in a committed relationship because we're not. You do you. And I do me sometimes. So people, let's get that. Let's square all this away. A marriage, an open relationship, or what, all these are relationships you agree to without verbal agreements. Will and Jada has a verbal agreement. It's nothing wrong with that for them. I mean, it's nothing wrong with their agreement. That's what they agreed. Don't be mad because your agreement you got that you didn't really agree to is not working out for you. You know what I mean? But that's a whole nother thing. Now, the part that bothers me is August. That's the part punching my soul. It punching me as a woman that was cheated on, and a woman that became the cheater, and a woman that became a manipulator. Because yeah, I did that. I could imagine what Jada did to this boy. I can imagine it. I can see it clear. She played with, I'm sure she loved him in some type of way. But this boy, if y'all go back to his history, he has a lot of problems. I'm not saying he's a weak nigga, you know what I mean? But he's weak. And cheaters prey on the weak. People that's weaker than them, so they think. And this boy was hurting way before she came. And she came in his life and gave him a reason to breathe, is what it sounds like to me. She gave him a reason to want to live. Not just about the sex, because we got to get this. It's not always about the sex, y'all. And we looking at it like she's an older woman and she could did some sexual freaky things to him. And I'm sure she did. And I'm sure that played a part in it. But not only that, his mental state. She played on his mental state. She played on it. I'm sure she did. She's a woman and he's a young man. That boy hurting, y'all. That boy is hurting. He's hurting. And yes, he made a conscious decision to be with a woman that's with someone else. But this is what happens with so many side chicks. They enter in these. My mouth is thirsty, y'all. My mouth is thirsty. My mouth is dry. Which one? I don't know. This is what happens in so many side chick situations. They get to the point to where they want them. They want that person. They want them. They just need them. They desire them. It's everything to them. And the thing that people fail to realize, when you consciously make a choice to be with someone that's with someone else for whatever reason, because when August was talking, he was saying it like, man, I chopped it over with Will. Will said it was cool. You know what I mean? He gave me his blessings. This man said, her husband told me I can be with his wife sexually because he wasn't with her sexually. What difference does that make? Y'all ain't having sex. He said for years and years and years. Y'all are having sex every day, all day, the whole 24 hours of a day. So he said, okay, you can sleep with her. But he also said you can have an emotional relationship with my wife. You can get her, but you cannot have her. Because we're not getting a divorce. That's sad. You could come over here, you could be with the family, y'all, we could do whatever. But she's my wife, and we're not getting a divorce. And see, August was thinking something different. And a lot of times with these side chick situations, this is the same thing that I see. The same thing that I see when I'm coaching women. And she tells me, when I found out about her, I told her he wasn't going nowhere. Ma'am, why did you tell her that? Why did you? Because he's not going nowhere. She ain't the first one he cheated with. She might not be the last. He ain't going nowhere. Well, see, he ain't going nowhere. He gonna stay here. He ain't going nowhere. He not leaving me. And until that woman is ready, I can't even dig in that conversation. You know what I'm saying? I hear this so much. He's not going nowhere. Will told him, hey, she ain't going nowhere. That's my wife. She gonna be on the other side of the house, and y'all gonna be on the other side of the house because I'm not going nowhere. But see, this is what happens. Them feelings get involved, and you want that person. Forget about sex, because you can just keep having sex with them. You want their soul. After you done been with somebody for so long that has somebody else, now you like, I just want you to myself. I want you to myself. When this man said, the day after his sister passed away, if I'm not mistaken, I had to cut ties with her. I had to stop. I had to stop. Do y'all hear that? I had to stop. And we're gonna dig a little deeper in this tomorrow when I do my next video, because the next video is tied to this one. Will a side chick ever cut somebody off? And this is the man, the side nigga, cutting her off for his mental state. You see what I'm saying? He had to cut her off because it was not healthy for him. That's important to me. I'm going to keep him in my prayers. He belongs in our community, y'all. This is a community for people that is hurting, that has been with cheaters, that have became a cheater, and that is trying to heal. That's what this channel is about. When I saw August, I knew I had to come here because it's other men that's hurting just like this, that been with a woman, that got a husband, and they're not getting a divorce. And you got feelings, and now you want this person to yourself. You can't have them. They belong to someone else. They belong to someone else, and they got a lot of issues within themselves they need to deal with. So they can't be with you. You shouldn't even want them to be with you. And I'm speaking right now to the people that are with cheaters, that want the cheater, should I say. You want that person. You desire them. You thinking about them all day. You thinking about how to make their life better. You thinking about how they make your life better. You just thinking about how good y'all will be together. You should not want that person. I'm going to tell you why you should not want that person. If that person has someone else and you, something is going on within their spirit. Something is going on within their mind. Something is going on within their heart, because they are sharing their self with two people for whatever reason. So it's some unhealed things about them that they're going through, that they need to dig deep within themselves and figure out for their life. Because they are hurting you. You're being hurt. They ain't being hurt, especially if they got a Will and JADA type of thing going on. But just imagine if they don't. And this person think they're in a committed relationship. Y'all both getting hurt. You getting hurt because you done fail. And you want this person. And now the spouse don't even know that this is happening. Two people are getting hurt. You shouldn't desire that person because they are unhealed. They need to get themselves together. So my advice to you, if you're in a situation like August to where you're breaking down, this man, it took him 5 minutes to tell who Jada was. He said, she's a person that everybody should want to have as a friend. It took him 5 minutes to say that. 5 minutes. 5 minutes to say that. That boy, that man is hurting in so many ways. And I can only imagine his depression state, his anxiety. Everything is really, really bad for him. And I'm sure he's probably going through a healing process now because it's been a while. It just finally came on out because he finally said it out loud. When you able to verbally say some stuff, you're close to healing. See, when y'all sitting here lying and playing around, you getting cheated on, you cheating, and you being quiet about it, you ain't ready for healing yet. You ain't ready to get healed. You're not ready. But when you can verbally say, and he didn't really verbally say all of it. When you can somewhat in a roundabout way say, I fell in love with a married woman. I fell in love with her. She was my everything. I gave my soul to her. I gave my everything to her, my existence to this woman that was married to someone else. Her husband even gave us the blessing. But when I fell in too deep and I gave too much of myself, I had to cut it off. That takes courage, y'all, from a hurting person. And they they like going hard on him in the comments in all these videos. He knew what he was getting himself into, da da da. Yeah, he did, but he did for whatever reason that helped him at that time. He needed her at that time. He needed her, and now he feel like he don't need her no more. Cut off. Can you cut your cheek? Can you cut the person off you love that's hurting you? Because at this point, she's hurting him now. He done fell so deep to now being with her hurts him because he want her that bad. That's deep. He even said, they asked him what was his breaking point with his addiction. And he said, when you called me. And she said, yeah, because I told you, I can only, well, she said, yeah, because I told you. I can't love you more than you love for yourself, or something like that, she said. It was so deep. I was like, wow. He said, when you said that to me, I thought to myself, if a person can love me like that, why I can't love myself enough to help myself? Don't quote me, but it's something like that he said. That's deep. Her saying that to him helped him with his addiction. Do you know he got a soul tie to her? That's something serious. I talk about that in my side chick book. Y'all better get this book. The book is lit. It say stop hating side chicks, but it got a lot of meat in it. I talk about them soul ties, and I talked about cutting them off too. And that's what August did. He cut off because now she's hurting him. The person that once was good for your life, that gave you life, so you thought was your God, gave you life, made you want to breathe, made you want to stop doing drugs, made you want to do whatever your thing may be, that this person that you are making a conscious decision to be with, that got somebody else. Whatever that person did for you and makes you feel whole, that makes you feel happy, it's going to come a time in your life when that same person existence hurts you. Is you going to be able to cut them off? I'm just saying, is you? Because when it was my time, it was hard for me to cut the person off. I had to, listen to me, y'all, and this is why I tell y'all, and this is why I be so open. I'm going to be so open on this channel, because you need to understand. In order to understand, you have to know what the story is behind it. I'm gonna bring y'all my story one day too. I had to cut off my side nigga, and I had to cut off the person I was with. I had to do them at the same time. I cut my partner off first. And when I was able to continue healing and healing and healing and healing and healing, and then I cut him off. I had to learn how to live without them. And I'm doing really good right now. It's been years. I'm doing good without them. I don't need one to breathe. I don't need one to maintain. We see, people are really things. They're not people. Get this. People are things. You look at them like a thing because it's a thing they do for you that makes you feel good. There are things. See, y'all got to pay attention to a lot of the stuff I be saying. You love them, but it's a thing somewhere that they do that make you feel good. So that thing over there, I had to figure out, how he make me feel? Because he's a cheater too, because he got somebody. So he my side nigga, but I'm a side chick too though. And I got a man. How is this making sense? I had to figure out what that thing was. Then I had to go over here and figure that thing out. And that's what August had to do. He had to sit down and figure his life out. And it was not working for his soul. It was not working for his mental health. I am so proud of him, y'all. I'm so proud of him. Forget about their marriage. Forget all that. I'm more concerned about him. He is in his healing process, and he's going to have to go through this for a very long time. He's going to have to learn he has to heal within so that he can be good for the next person. And not only that, he has to heal within so he can be good for himself. And from what I see through the interviews, he's not done healing yet. And that's the most important part I want you guys to get. That man ain't done healing. She can call him right now and he'll go right back. But now, since he publicly did this, I'm sure she mad at him because a woman don't want to get exposed. Period. Y'all know how many cheating women it is out here? That's married, that's cheating. It's a bunch of us out here. A woman don't want to get exposed. She is 10 steps ahead of the exposure. She already planned if it happened what I'm gonna do and what I'm gonna say. See, me and y'all don't do that. Y'all be too messy. Y'all be messy. Women, she already know what to do when it happened. Women don't expose themselves like men. And it's very unfortunate, but that's just facts. But to conclude this video, y'all, I'm going to end the video. Matter of fact, I'm done with it. I'm done with it, y'all. I'm done with it. It's over. It's over. I want you guys to watch this video that I'm finna drop in the comments, and I want y'all to tell me what y'all think about August. Forget about Will and Jada and what we already know. They got an agreement. We been knew that. And when he said it when August said he gave me his blessing, we're done with them. Let's focus on August, y'all. Let's focus on this boy's healing. This community, I told y'all what this community is about. It's for healing. It's for clarity. We see that this boy is healing. Let's get in these comments and work together. Let's talk. Let's talk like family, y'all. Let's talk so we can get to the meat of this so that we all can help one another. And not only us, let's pray for him, y'all, because he's hurting. If you are a hurting person that went through a situation similar to August, you need to be in them comments speaking it into the existence, things that he can do to heal, things that we can do as a whole to heal. How did you heal from your situation that you was in? Because we've been in these situations. People don't want to talk about it. But this community here is the community where we will talk about it. There is hope. There is healing. And this community is here, y'all. Y'all enjoy the rest of y'all day.